Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Sunday morning. I wanted to talk to you today a bit about transformation and becoming authentically who you think that you already might be. Becoming authentically who you are sometimes is a little bit different than who you think that you might be. And so it's really good to circle through the south direction, as we recently talked about the different directions. The south teaches us all about transformation, and it teaches us how to walk through the fires to let go of what we need to let go of to become who we can be and what our potential is, and to bring in the new. The only way to become who you really want to be is to let go of some of the things of the past. Unless you're already living your best life and you feel like everything is exactly the way you want it to be, then maybe there are some things you can think about transforming, letting go, changing up. And one of the things that you need to have in order to do that is the courage to be able to see who you authentically really are already. The South teaches us so much through the lessons of the serpent, or Sachamama is one of her names, of how to shed our old skin, how to let go. And during that transition of letting go of the old, we become blinded for a little while as we can't see, as the serpent sheds her skin and it covers her eyes and her eyes cloud over. And then that skin completely releases and her eyes are clearer than they had been before, as she sees the world with clarity, as you too can see your world with clarity as you learn to embrace the new. So one of the things that you can do to see maybe who you are, it takes quite a bit of courage, but what I encourage all of you to do this week is to find someone in your life who knows you pretty well or who has been around you quite a bit, and ask them to tell you what they think your weak points are, what they think are maybe some of your faults, maybe some of the things that you wouldn't want to know about yourself or wouldn't want to face within yourself. If you have a lot of courage, you can ask somebody who's really bold, who maybe doesn't like you as much, what your faults are or what they think you could do to improve. And then take in the information within yourself and run it through your filters with a neutral lens, really trying to think of if that makes sense to you, if you can see the point of view that they're coming from, and it can help you to become more authentically who you want to be and who you think you really are. I think most people out there probably think they're pretty good people, and most people would think that some people are pretty good and some people are not pretty good. So if most people think they're pretty good, then maybe there's some things that could be adjusted in most people looking at it through the lens of others. We are all supposed to be different and embrace our uniqueness, and that's what makes life so wonderful. But there are certain things that become our blind spots, just as the serpent is shedding her skin, that we might not see within ourselves. So to take that off and to be able to see clearly, check in with those who may care about you, and maybe those who would be really bold to tell you some things that might be a little bit harder to hear. And when you ask them to show you those things, you're not allowed to get mad at them. They might tell you some things that you really don't want to hear, or when you first hear it, you may disagree completely with it and think that they are so wrong. But don't tell them that. Instead, pause, as we talked about before. Don't react, pause, and think what a pleasure it is to have this information, to know something new. And then take some time to reflect on it, to really draw it in. See if there's some truth to it. See if it is something that you want to change, and find the courage within yourself to start making those changes. It's the best way to become more authentically you, to be able to look at those harder spots, the dark spots, the blinders, and to walk through that fire of transformation. The going through the energies of the South can be uncomfortable because it's always hard to change, and because it's hard to look at those aspects of ourselves that may not be perfect. I'm pretty sure we all have some of those spots that may not be perfect. And so when you embrace that and you have that willingness within your spirit to walk through that, to change and to become authentically who you can be in your greatest form, then you're going to find the courage of the jaguar that rises within you as it starts circling around to the west. But you have to walk through those fires first. So I encourage you to put some food for thought into that this week and really take it to heart in an honest way and learn how that you can then live with integrity and walk through those fires, find that courage within yourself, and be on the path to living your best life. There's more to come as we continue journeying in the next couple of weeks, walking around the different directions, integrating some of the base level wisdom that comes with it. So I hope you enjoyed that and the lessons that the Great Serpent teaches us, Sachamama, and the direction of the South. Thank you so much. Have a great week. We at Earth and Sky always appreciate your likes, loves, and your feedback.